And with planting season upon us, pressure mounting on President Trump to put farmers at ease right now.
The ongoing trade war threatens to drive down major exports such as corn and soybeans, and some fear farmers could be headed for a crisis. Fox 9's Rob Olson joins us now live from St. Paul. Rob, Minnesota lawmakers are part of the push to get trade deals in place pretty quickly.
Yeah, and in recent weeks, we've heard the governor, we've heard our U.S. senators talk about the impact on farmers until we get this trade war settled. Today was the state auditor joining a national press call talking about the same thing, the uncertainty that the trade war is adding to everything. The president says he will protect farmers. He will help as he did in 2018. But those in the industry say this time it's not just China. It's countries all over the world that would take our exported products. There's so much uncertainty about where the tariffs will end up, and if there's one thing that farmers hate, it is uncertainty.
Farmers rely so much on the export market.
As a fourth-generation farmer, Gary Werdish is also in his fourth term as president of the Minnesota Farmers Union.
The longer this drags on, we're gonna lose some farmers. You know, if you don't have the equity, you might not have a choice whether you want to keep farming or not.
He vividly remembers the farm foreclosure crisis of 40 years ago. With so much tariff-fueled uncertainty now, feels like a repeat is a real possibility.
Very concerned about that because I lived through the 80s and saw what farmers went through, and we're right on the edge of going there again.
Trump spends a lot of time talking about how tariffs are going to make us rich. Well, I don't think we should talk about anyone getting rich before we make sure farmers don't go broke.
Those exact concerns drove a virtual press conference of 6 state auditors and treasurers, all Democrats from agricultural states, sounding a loud alarm. Julie Blaha speaking for Minnesota.
Now, the kind of bailout we had in 2018 after tariffs in agriculture would not be big enough to balance out what we're going through right now.
That's an example of the pressure being put on elected officials and increasing by the day. That tariffs on exports, especially with China, are devastating for farmers. The uncertainty of what may come with them creates chaos.
If he's going to strike these deals with all these various countries, it needs to happen very fast.
Gary says some elected officials do share the urgent concern when he speaks with them. Others tell him to trust the president, that it will all work out. But in a recent series of rural town halls he held, many farmers, he says, are getting very nervous.
One lady at one of the meetings, she mentioned on the tariffs, she mentioned the president's betting the farm on tariffs, but he's not betting his farm.
Now, the White House has pledged to help farmers. Just yesterday, the press secretary saying they're working on another assistance package for farmers. The president posting on his True Social, too, that we will always protect our farmers, and reference the bailouts that came after the 2018 tariffs. But again, since this is so in flux, those close to the farming community and farmers themselves say it's a bit of chaos right now, and they're just unsure of what is to come. Live in St. Paul, Rob Olson, Fox 9.
All right, thank you, Rob. And the Trump